Hello everyone, today our topic is how to send Google Form responses to multiple emails. So here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new response from Google Form, then I'm going to capture this detail and I'm going to use these details to send as an email to multiple users. So for sending the emails, I'm going to use Gmail, and for my objective, I have to build a simple connection between Google Forms and Gmail. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use trigger and action. In trigger application, I'm going to use Google Forms. In action application, I'm going to use Gmail. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen. And today we are going to see that how we can send new Google Form responses to multiple emails. So here I have created this lead form, and whenever a user fills this form, I'm going to get the information of that lead or user. So here I want to assign these lead details or the user details to my sales team, and I want to email these details to all my members of sales team. But I can't email these details manually to all my sales team because that is going to eat all my time. So to solve this problem, I was looking for a solution, and I found a solution that I'm going to tell you about. So the solution is Pabbly Connect, and by using Pabbly Connect, I can automate this task. So whenever I will receive a new Google Form response, then automatically these details will be sent to multiple emails. So for sending the emails, we are going to use Gmail, and for my objective, we have to build a simple connection between Google Form and my Gmail account. So for that, I have to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com, and this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free, and it will take only 2 minutes of your time, and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section, and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here, and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here, I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to send Google Forms responses to multiple emails. And I'm going to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. For that, I have to open this tab, and in this tab, I will find all the folders that I want to use. So I want to use this particular folder of Gmail, so I'm going to select this, and I'm going to click on Create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first, and here my trigger application is going to be Google Forms. So I'm going to select Google Forms here, and now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new response received will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this. And now I have to connect Google Form with Pabbly Connect, and for that I have to follow all this instruction. And first I'm going to copy this webhook URL. So this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. And now what I need to do is I need to go to my Google Forms. So this is my Google Form, which is named as lead form, and I am receiving all these Google Form responses in this particular Google Sheet that I have connected with my Google Form. Now here what I need to do is I need to go to extensions. And here first, if you don't have this extension of Pabbly Connect webhooks, then you have to go to add-ons. You have to click on get add-ons. And this will take us to the Google Workspace Marketplace. Here we have to search for our extension, which is Pabbly Connect Webhook. So I'm going to open this. Here we can see we have this extension. So we need to install this extension, and I have already installed this. So I'm going to close this. I will go back to extensions, and now I will go to my extension of Pabbly Connect Webhook. And in this, I'm going to open this initial setup. And here I have these two options. First is of webhook URL, and second one is of trigger column. So what we have to do is we have to first give our webhook URL. So here I'm going to give that webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. And now I have to give a trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. Now here in my Google Sheet, I have this column which is column E, and this is my last data entry column. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type column E here, and I'm going to click on submit. And here my setup is configured successfully. So I'm going to close this. So as I have set up my configured successfully, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to extensions. I will go to Pabbly Connect Webhook, and in this I'm going to enable this option of send on event. Now after enabling this option, what is going to happen is that whenever a new user will fill my Google form, then I'm going to get that user response automatically in my Google Sheet, And as I will receive that response in my Google Sheet, this Google Sheet will send that data automatically to Pabbly Connect. Now to check this, I will go back to Google Form. And here this is my Google Form. So I'm going to preview this form and I'm going to fill dummy details in this form. So my full name is going to be test user. Email will be testuser@pabblitudes.com and I will give a random phone number. And now I have to give a city. So my city will be Indore and I'm going to submit this form. And I have successfully submitted my form. Now I have to go back to my Google Sheet. And here we can see I have added this new details. And here we can see I have added this new row in my Google Sheet. So the full name is test user, email is testuser@pabblitudes.com and I have this phone number and my city which is Indore. So in my Google Sheet I have received the new response of my Google form and now I have to go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see I have received this response. So in the response I have the trigger column which is column E. I have the my spreadsheet name which is user details. And in this I have the full name which is test user, email is testuser@pabblitudes.com and we have this random mobile number. And we have the city which is Indore. So here we can see I have received this response of the new Google Form response that I have just filled. So I have received these details. Now what I need to do is I need to use these details and I have to send these details as an email to my sales team. So for that what I have to do is I have to set up my actions tab. And for sending the email I'm going to use Gmail. So Gmail is going to be my action application. So I'm going to select this. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and send email will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect Gmail with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. Now I'm going to click on add new connection and I will connect with Gmail. Now I have to click on continue to give access to my account. So I'm going to click here and I have successfully connected my Gmail account. Now here what I need to do is I need to first give my recipient email addresses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the email addresses of team members of all my sales team. So for that what I have to do is I have to type my email addresses here. So my email address will be janealvis@pabblitudes.com. This is the first member. I will give a comma and I'm going to type the email address of my second team member. So this will be my second member. Similarly, I'm going to give all the email addresses that I have in my team and I want to send emails to. So these are the email address of all my sales team. So I have filled all my recipient email addresses. Now I have to fill all these other tabs. So I can fill any CCC and BCC if I have to send these two. So I can fill that too here and I have to give my sender name. So in the sender name, I can either give my name or the company name. So I'm going to give the name of Pabbly. Similarly, I have to give an email subject. So in the email subject, I'm going to give new Google Form response. So this will be my email subject. Now I have to select my email content type. So my email content type will be plain. Now I have to give my email content. So my email content will be, we have received a new Google Form response and the details are name, email, phone number and city. So this is going to be my email content and in my email content, I'm going to map the details of new Google Form response that I have received. So I have to use mapping here. And what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous tabs and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I have to first map my name. So I'm going to click here. I will give a space and I'm going to open this response of Google Forms. And in this, I have this username, which is test user. So I'm going to map this. Similarly, I'm going to map my email address. So I'm going to give a space. I will open this response and this is the email address. So I'm going to map this. Now I'm going to map the phone number. And in the last, I'm going to map the city. So I have mapped all the details in my email content. Now I have filled all the required details. Now what I need to do is I need to click on Save and Send Test Toolkit button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response and this means that I have sent this emails to my multiple users that I have in my sales team. Now to check this, I'm going to go back to my Gmail account. So this is my Gmail account. I will go to my sent emails. And here we can see I have sent this email to these particular users. So I'm going to open this. So here my email subject is new Google Form responses and I have sent these emails to these particular users. So these were the email address of my sales team. And this email was sent by Pabbly. So in this email, I have this email content, which is we have received a new Google Form response and the details are name, test user, email is testuser@pabblitudes.com and we have the phone number and the city is Indore. So here we can see that I have sent these Google Form details automatically to these multiple emails. Here we can see my connection between Google Form and Gmail is working successfully. So whenever I'm going to receive a new Google Form response, then automatically I'm going to send that Google Form response to multiple users or to my sales team. Now to check this in real time, I'm going to go back to my Google Form. I'm going to preview this form one more time. And here I have to fill these details. So my full name will be dummy user, email will be dummyuser@pabblitudes.com. I will give a random phone number. And now my city will be Bhopal and I'm going to submit this form. So I have successfully submitted my form. Now what should happen is, as I have received this Google Form response, then automatically this response will be sent to multiple users or multiple emails. Now to check this, I will go back to my Gmail account. I'm going to go back, and here we can see I have sent this new email to these particular emails. So the email is, we have received a new Google Form response and the details are name, dummy user, email is dummyuser@pabblytudes.com, and this is the random phone number, and we have the city Bhopal. So here we can see that whenever I'm going to receive a new Google Form response, then automatically I'm going to capture those details and I'm going to send that Google Form responses to multiple emails. Now we'll go back to Pabbly Connect, and here my connection between Google Forms and Gmail is working successfully. Now let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Google Forms and my trigger event was new response received. Then I have set up my actions tab, and my action application was Gmail and my action event was send email. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description and you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video.
Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.